come around, don't I? And I know sometimes I'm bringing you down, but I always make you smile, don't I? We're like the waves on a big blue storm, you see. But still you're the one who brings out the best in me. We're a little messed up, baby, kinda up and down, and we keep falling till we hit the ground, but then we get back up again. Yeah, we're a little messed up, baby, it's never getting boring when we keep aiming for the stars, just you and me. We always get back up again. You and me. Baby, you and me. There is no one else who can make me feel like I can do anything I dream of but you. We can fight all day and make love at night, 'cause we always figure it out, don't we? Yeah. We're like the waves on a big blue storm, you see. We're a little messed up, baby, kinda up and down, and we keep falling till we hit the ground, but then we get back up again. Yeah, we're a little messed up, baby, it's never getting boring when we keep aiming for the stars, just you and me. We always get back up again. You and me, baby, you and me. You always leave me wanting more, baby. You and me were like the perfect storm, and you know that I could get enough of you. Yeah, we're a little messed up, baby, kinda up and down, and we keep falling till we hit the ground, and then we always get back up again. We're a little messed up, baby, kinda up and down, and we keep falling till we hit the ground, but then we get back up again. Yeah, we're a little messed up, baby, it's never getting boring when we keep aiming for the stars, just you and me. We always get back up again. You and me. You and me. why you left. Small-minded people sure know how to dance. Came to the party, I laughed at the jokes you made. I wish that I hadn't, 'cause now the joke's on me. I didn't come here just so I could watch you make a mess. I didn't come here to ugly cry in my favorite dress. So what the hell were you thinking then when you kissed your lips? Now I'm kinda glad you did, 'cause now you adore me, adore me. Go ahead now, adore me, adore me. Little did I know she wanted you alone. I thought she was over you, but I guess I was wrong. I came to the party, I laughed at the jokes she made. I wish that I had it, 'cause now the joke's on me. I didn't come here just so I could watch you make a mess. I didn't come here to ugly cry in my favorite dress. She thought she could tear us apart when she kissed your lips. Oh, what a plot twist. 'Cause now you adore me, adore me. Go ahead now, adore me, adore me. Oh, adore me, adore me. Go ahead now, adore me. Want the good, want the bad, all the feelings. Want you happy and sad in between 'em. If there's one thing I truly believe in, ordinary love, ordinary love. I wanna oversleep in your shirt 'cause it's ours. Brush my teeth while you're taking a shower. If there's one thing I know, there is power in ordinary love, ordinary love. Don't you ever say you are not enough, baby, you're enough. So don't you be afraid and take a leap of faith. It doesn't have to be holy, holy. I'm not asking for a God, just as long as you show me some ordinary love. So kiss me in the night, tell me that you're mine. Don't need much to believe, doesn't have to be holy, holy. When it's ordinary love, ordinary love, ordinary love. Yeah, wanna fix, wanna to be you. All the things you need to do, but baby, it's hard for me too. Oh yeah, yeah. Mayday, Mayday, is there anybody who can help me? I don't think my heart is working lately, lately. I can hear it calling for me. Mayday, tell me you'll come home and be my baby. I can lose sleep, I'm going crazy, crazy. Only you can save me. Only thing I need is your love. You say I'm one of a kind. You know you ain't never lied. Fact is you're one of one yourself. 'Cause you can love me like no one else. Don't get up and leave me hanging. Let's just leave today. Stay right here close to my heart and take my breath away. Let's make the most of our time. 'Cause I can love you like no one else. Mayday, Mayday, is there anybody who can help me? I don't think my heart is working lately, lately. I can hear it calling for you. Mayday, Mayday, tell me you'll come home and be my baby. I can lose sleep, I'm going crazy, crazy. Only you could save me. Only thing I need is your love.
Everybody has their job, 9 to 5, getting rain. They settle for second best, scared to risk what the future might bring. What the future might bring. I hold my breath, waiting for someone to knock at my door, telling me there is more waiting for me. Whoa. If I love you harder than I've ever done before, oh, maybe I'll belong somewhere above the water. My lungs are tired, I'm running for a long time. My feet got blisters, maybe I'll belong if I love a little harder. If I love all the ways the world puts me to the test, if I embrace every fall, learn to grow and keep myself tall, would it hurt at all? I hold my breath, waiting for someone to knock at my door, telling me there is more waiting for me. Whoa. If I love you harder than I've ever done before, oh, maybe
feel the same someday. I know it is not enough to say I'm sorry. Didn't beg him to stay, so there he goes. There he goes. Yes, there he goes. There he goes. Yes, there he goes. I know I did him wrong. Now something is broken inside me. I got what I gave. I am worthy to feel this way, but I want him to know nothing I did was to hurt him, and I'm sorry I gave him this burden. There he goes. Yes, there he goes. Yes, there we go. Yeah, there he goes. There he goes. I don't need your walls and your guardian angels. Wherever you put down your feet,